In today's video, we'll be taking a look at our trip to Wales, off-roading and camping in August 22. Unfortunately, my camera was wiped, so I only have the footage from my phone, but we'll make do. I hope you enjoy. So we've just driven for 3 hours and we were going to do Strata today, but we were a little bit late in the day, so we decided to stay in Brecon tonight and also came to Dinas Rock now and have a little walk around all the waterfalls and everything. Nice to get off the main road and get a bit of fresh air. Dinas Rock is a lovely spot set amongst the cliffs in South Wales. Running streams through cliffs, little caves, and it's a fantastic place to explore. I first was shown this place a few years ago. I came here with a few friends. We had a guided tour around the place, jumping into the rivers, and it was really good fun. I don't know what it is, but there really just is something special about Wales. Being only 3 hours from us down in Devon, it does just give you that sense of freedom and adventure. It feels a little bit more wild. There's a lot more lanes to explore and beautiful scenery. So we didn't have a huge itinerary. We were going to do Strata, but thought it was best to explore down here first, head towards Brecon and stay there for the night. We pulled over here to look at the magnificent view. This is when I realised we were sort of following San Helen Lane, which I did before, and found out we were heading towards a campsite that I like a lot. In the shadow of Penny Fan, this little wild camping spot is just one of our favourites, sort of being able to tuck in by these trees. It never gets too busy, so you definitely get your own spot. The farmer that owns it is a great guy, bringing logs around and just charging a few quid per night. I think even Holly likes it quite a bit. As I said before, unfortunately my video from the camera was wiped, so I'll insert a few photos and we'll bed down for the night. So good morning, day 2, morning now. Just had breakfast, washed up, packed up. Roof tents away. You can see we've got an amazing view in the background. Penny Fan's just in the distance over there. Now we're going to head to Strata Florida. We were going to do it yesterday, but I think it's probably a bit better that we just explored yesterday, as you saw, went to the waterfalls, saw a bit of Brecon. Now we're going to head to Strata, and after that, going to camp up towards North Wales, I reckon. But we'll head there now and see how it goes. Unfortunately, we didn't get to capture much of it, but this is actually a military road that runs across a moorland. A few fake villages that are used for sort of activities for training, and it was just a great little place to explore before heading to Strata. I'm assuming a lot of people out there have done Strata Florida a few times, so I won't explain too much of what it is. It's a probably 3 to 4 hour lane, which is rare in the UK. Most of the lanes by me are sort of a little 5-minute excursion off a road. Strata really gives you that feeling of being in the middle of nowhere, like you would see in an Australian sort of off-road video, and it's an absolutely brilliant one, a favourite of many people, and I would say that most trucks can go there. I've seen a few Range Rovers go there. These Mitsubishis and Nissans did pretty well. They're a bit worried about some of the water crossings. I have a snorkel, but they didn't need them. When the water levels get quite high in the winter when there's been a lot of rain, you can need a snorkel, but we've had a Jeep through there, no snorkel. Most river crossings you're fine, just maybe walk them first if you're worried, but just a fantastic place to be. Not too difficult, but nice to get a good few hours of off-roading, not intercepted by any B roads. As you can see, Sophie and Holly here walking a lot of it, and it's a great place to get the dog out, go for a walk. I can bump around on the rocks and the puddles. I've never done it the other direction, coming from Devon. I obviously would always go this direction, but one day I want to spend a whole day either going up and back or just slowly going the other direction. Every obstacle will change then, and it means you get to see it in a whole new light and potentially camp out on the lane again like we did a few years ago. The scenery is so good, sometimes you have to stop and get a shot. The low angle, down by the water, that's it. Yeah, that's terrible. Some off-camber bits here and there. Again, in the camera you can't really tell, but here it feels like you're on a 45-degree angle leaning into the river there, but you know, it's just your mind. It's never as bad as it seems. Up ahead we came up to the Mitsubishi and the Nissan. They were a little bit worried, as I said before, about the lack of snorkel. So they jumped out, got into the river and went for a little wade, which is always a good idea. You know, if you've got shorts on, you might as well. This time it's absolutely fine. We followed suit, and obviously Boris has got the snorkel. We've done it before. No worries, Bob's your uncle. In the winter, I've seen this get very deep, so do be prepared if there's been a lot of rain to look very different. This is good as any spot to stop for a bit of lunch and a picnic. Time for the Nissan and the Mitsubishi to overtake us again, get in front, so we have to overtake them again. Thought Sophie should jump in, have a little go. Her first ever river crossing. Thankfully it was quite low, but nicer for me to get out, get a few shots of Boris and just admire the view.
Where's she going?
Just up in front of us there is the deep water crossing. Again, this time of year not so bad, but now it's my turn to take it on.
So I just did the water crossing here. Sophie just filmed it for me. I went to the left this time, which I didn't do. Obviously the level of the water is a little bit lower at the moment, and it's not too bad. There was a couple of guys, as you saw in the Nissan and the Mitsubishi. They did it earlier. They went down the, this actually looks like the left here, but it's the right as you're coming this way. I went down the middle to drop Sophie off, and then the left later on because it's the deepest bit. It's a good little water crossing, not too deep, not too bad. The new tyres did it fine. The snorkel obviously came into action, and it's still dripping water all underneath there. If I can remember correctly, I think it's the bomb hole next. That's what's coming up, and going to try that. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the left-hand side or the right. There's obviously the sort of steep rocky bit, or there's the actual bomb hole, which is steep and rocky as well. But yeah, what a great place to be.
Between the main obstacles, there's a lot of this just rocky, puddly roads. Most of it's very easy. Sometimes you get the bigger boulders and it really shakes the car around. I just put an anti-roll bar in, and I'm pretty sure it bent it beyond what it wanted to be and didn't work quite as well after. And here you have it, the bomb hole right in front of us. I remember the first time approaching this being pretty scared.
I was going to try and do this one because I've never done it before, but I think as we're on our own, we're just going to do the easy option, which is this one and not that one. So do it again. Should be a breeze, and it's a shame because when you're here, it's basically a wall, but when you see it on camera, it looks like a sort of an entry to a car park. So yeah, wish me luck.
Just like that, nice and easy. Boris does it with minimal effort, really.
Look, bilberries along the trail here. They look like blueberries, taste like blueberries, but apparently they're bilberries. Are they?
I think they are.
I think she's wrong.
It had been about 2.5 to 3 years since the last time I'd done Strata. I underestimated how long it would take, and it was a good chunk of your day, 3 to 4 hours, which is great because it means it's a proper trip out. As I mentioned earlier, there were some steeper, more bouldery bits that really rocked the truck around. Obviously, can't see the steepness here, but we were just looking at the sky, and now we're looking at the horizon. Shows you how steep it is. Up over this lump, down descent with a puddle on the other side. For people out there that haven't done it before, you'll see there is a sort of track that you follow, and every now and then you see where people have sort of veered off the track and dug new paths. Generally that's really not a great idea. I would never do that myself, and I'd urge people out there to not, and just try and respect the path and let's keep it open. This section was the only time I noticed that the water had come in through the doors. I think because it's so narrow and sort of hard walled, it sort of pushes the bow wave out, which bounces back towards the car and keeps the levels quite high. Obviously, it doesn't matter. I have got the diesel heater in under the seat. That wasn't affected, and we were looking good. I like this little bit. I guess you could call it Chocolatey River, which is not a very nice name, but it's another place where the snorkel would come in handy. Like we were just doing an overtaking battle with these guys. Nice to sort of explore with someone else there, but it was time to say goodbye to them, overtake and carry on the journey. In my eyes, when I see this view, I know we're sort of coming towards the end, but there was just one little obstacle in the way. Met this new defender, had to do a lot of reversing and let them past. More towards North Wales now, a Huntcliffe. Never know how to pronounce it too well, but here's our little campsite. Great little place to stay. Got the fire going. Time to relax after a long day on the trail with some sausages and a cup of tea. It's a really lovely campsite full of nice people, good facilities, but now it's time to head even further north towards Portmaddock and see if we can find Blackrock Sands. I have to say, getting to Blackrock Sands was a huge tick on my list. I've wanted to drive on the beach for such a long time, and we were joined by another series there. As the sun was going down, we got to explore, head down to the sea, and really take in the experience of driving around on the sand and also this fantastic beach. And from there, unfortunately, the video is done. The rest of our trip was sort of cut short by how busy it was. I think it was our fault for going to the wrong place at the wrong time, but up to this point we had a fantastic time. Turned round, came back home, and used the beaches down in Devon. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Unfortunately, I didn't have all the footage I wanted, but we'll be heading out again for more adventures very soon. I'll see you next time.